Morning, everyone. I'm Michael Crampsey. I work for the mid-market division in Sage, focused specifically on our customer relationship management products. This morning I'm going to talk about foundations for successful customer management. The session's really split in two. The first two-thirds are talking about customer management in general, and then for the last third you'll have to put up with my little sales pitch then for how we can help you with that. As I go through, if you've got any questions, feel free to use your SpotMe devices to fire those across. I've got an iPad here that's displaying any questions that come through. Alternatively, at the end, I'll open it up to general questions. So if you can remember it till the end, feel free to hang on then as well. So first of all, why manage our customer relationship? 3 pretty good reasons. Help us increase the revenue, avoid cost, and improve the service. So if everything that we do around our customers enables us to do one of those things, then there's good benefit to the business from that. The third one is perhaps the most important from the customer perspective themselves, but actually the third one often feeds back into achieving the first or second points on there as well. So I don't think anyone would say that they don't want to achieve those 3 things, but let's have a little bit of a more detailed look at how we might go about doing that. Gartner, who are one of the industry analysts, they came up with this description of CRM. It's a business strategy, and the outcome should optimize your profitability, revenue, customer satisfaction, give you greater customer insight, increased access to your customer, better customer interactions, and integration throughout all of your customer channels, sales, marketing, customer service. So it's sharing and collaboration of information, making sure that everyone's got all the information they need when they're in front of a customer or having a conversation with a customer. I think the key, though, is the next slide, which is CRM, customer relationship management, is a business strategy, not a technology. So we can use technology, and that when I'll come to my sales pitch at the end. So Sage have got some technology that can help enable your customer relationship management strategy, but it is a strategy. You don't have to have technology to do it. You just need to think, what sort of experience do I want my customers to have when they speak to us, whether it be to do with a potential sale or an issue that they're having, what experience do we want them to have? So the first thing we need to understand is, who are our customers? Do we sell to businesses? Do we sell to individuals? Where are they based? What industry are they in? What size of business? How many employees? What's their turnover? On the individual side, once again, where do they live? How old are they? Are they male? Are they female? Do they have children? All the information that we can gather about our customers helps us better understand who's buying our products, who's choosing our services. On the sales side, for my customers, what products have people actually purchased from me? What products haven't they purchased? When did they purchase it? How did they purchase it? So I know that a customer has bought an iPad. The iPad 2's out. Probably worth marketing to them, let them know what extra functionality and features they're going to get from that, because they've shown a willingness to buy that type of product, so they're going to be interested in that. What products have they not purchased? And that could be they've bought an iPad, but they didn't buy our extended warranty cover, which anyone who's ever been to Currys or Comet knows that you will always get asked that question, despite the fact you're buying a £5 plug. When did they purchase it? So is there a new version out? Should we be trying to upgrade them? Or if they did actually go for the extended warranty, is that about to expire? And we can look to try and sell them another year's cover of warranty on that. How do they purchase? Did they go through our web shop? Did they do it over the phone from our catalogue? Did they come into store? How did they actually come to us in the first place? On the customer service side, what issues have they reported? What complaints have they made? When did they raise them? How did we resolve them? Did we resolve them? So have people had problems with our products? So if anyone's got a BlackBerry in the room, then the answer is probably yes. I got about 40 emails come through in the space of 1 minute at about 11 o'clock last night. Have they complained? If so, what was the reason for the complaint? When did they raise the query? So if I'm going into a meeting and I'm going to try and sell them our latest product, and they raised the query yesterday and we haven't resolved it yet, then it's quite important that I know that. Otherwise, I'm going to find myself in a pretty embarrassing position. How did we resolve them? So we had a problem, whether it was an issue with a product or just a complaint. How do we go about resolving that to the customer's satisfaction? And the benefit of that is that if I get the same query again, I know how to resolve that one. Did we resolve it? Or did we just leave it? Were we not able to fix it? Is it still ongoing? Why do I need to know all of this information? If I understand my customers better, then that can help lead to increased sales. So I can anticipate my customers' needs based on historic trends. So, for example, a previous purchase or a warranty that's about to expire. If it's a renewal or membership business, then their membership's about to expire. I need to let them know in advance that they can renew, and this is how they would go about doing that. Understanding customer-specific requirements. So perhaps I tried to sell something to somebody, but my product didn't quite meet their requirements. And it turns out that 10 other customers or prospects had the same point and didn't buy because of that. So now the fact that I understand that there's a gap in the functionality or a gap in the service that we're providing, I can try and fill that gap, and then in future I can go back with a more appropriate product or service. Cross-selling and upselling. So if I know what people buy, and people who buy product X also buy product Y, then I can recommend that to other customers. You know, every time I go onto Amazon, I get a list of recommendations based on items that I've been into previously and that I've bought previously. This is what you might be interested in. I've got a few kids, so there's a lot of strange suggestions for toys and DVDs that I personally have no interest in whatsoever, but I might want to buy at Christmas for one of my kids. Profitability. Which of your customers are profitable? So, who buys from you? Yes, who buys a lot from you? Great. Who complains a lot? If you've got service contracts with people, who's constantly calling you up and asking questions? So if I'm charging somebody £300 a year for a service contract and they've called me 75 times in that year and the average phone call takes 10 minutes and costs me X amount of money, actually that customer's costing me money on the contract that they're on at the moment. They're taking up a lot of my time and expertise to deal with them. So then you need to decide, what do I do with them? Do I charge them more for that same contract? Do I say I don't want to renew the contract, go to my competitor down the road and take up their time and cost them money instead? But understand who your profitable customers are. It enables you to do targeted marketing specific to customers' needs. So I want an email similar to the Amazon. When you log in, it shows you these are the products you might be interested in. Here's an email. These are the products you might be interested in based on your historical browsing and purchases. So making sure that the information you send out to people is interesting, that they open it, and that they're going to look at it. And they're not seeing you as just somebody who constantly sends me mail shots and emails that I'm not interested in and I have to delete. Bring out new and improved products and services. So based on the feedback, whether they be from complaints or just general issues and queries that are logged, bring out new products or improved products based on the feedback of the customers. Show them we're listening to what you're saying and we're acting on that. So pretty much all of the Sage products that I work with, every single new version has at least 5 or 6 requests for change improvements to that, specific requests that people have made. And for the 2 products that I work with specifically, which are Sage CRM and Sales Logics, we've got 2 forums that are available to all of our customer community where people can go on and log a request for change that's then visible to that whole community. Other members of the community can then go and add their vote to that. So you can quickly go in and see for yourself, what are our customers or what are other customers requesting in the product? Who else has agreed with that? What are the most requested ideas? So you can log your own, you can add your kudos, as it's called in Sales Logic's community, to those posts. And then our product management team and research and development teams can go on there, look at that and say, these are the key issues for our customers. This is what they're telling us the product doesn't do that they really need it to do. And then they can try and get as many of those into the next release as possible. So the benefits of managing your customers effectively, you get greater customer satisfaction. So you've got better retention of your customers because you're meeting their needs, you're dealing with their queries effectively and efficiently, they stay with you. So whether that's another service contract that they stay with you for, it's an upgrade to the latest version, just continuing to buy the same product or similar products in future. It's enhancing your reputation as a business because those customers become advocates for you. So your brand is enhanced as a result. They're telling people, I use this company, they're great. Increase the value of existing customers. So understand what the common queries are. So if you've got a help desk, for example, these are the common queries we get in. Are they based around a deficiency in the product? Can we fix that and therefore stop those calls from coming in? Is it people always asking the same question, how do I do this? Can we produce knowledge-based articles and do better education material on how to use or make use of our product or service? So therefore reducing the actual support costs. And a lower cost of sale. Now, I didn't put any statistics on here because I've seen about 10 different statistics for the same thing, but I think generally it's accepted that the cost of winning a new customer is a lot more than selling more to an existing customer. So whether that's 5 times as much, 10 times as much is up for debate, but it certainly is more. So there's a lower cost of sale. I know who the customer is, I know who to speak to within that organisation, and I know what they're interested in. Improved profitability. Focus on your profitable customers. So we know who is buying a lot. Let's make sure they get the service that they deserve to make sure that they do stick with us. And then deal with unprofitable customers effectively. And there's many different ways of doing that. One option is to stop having them as a customer. And there's a guy who wrote a few articles and books and said you should fire your bottom 10% of customers every year. So you're trying to win customers, but never mind the attrition, get rid of the unprofitable ones. The other option is to look at them and say, why are they unprofitable? What issues are they having? If we can fix those issues, if we can resolve them, then can we turn them into a profitable customer instead? So in terms of a general strategy for customer management, start collecting information. So make sure we've got information about our customers. Start to store that. Store it in a way that's then going to be accessible so I can go and have a look at that, see what information we've got about our customers, and then learn from that. Analyze it, so pull all the information together and start looking for trends and commonality within there. That then enables us to market more effectively. So if we know that certain companies in the London area are particularly interested in this product or service, then that's the message we should be sending to them. And enhance the customer experience. So because of all this information that we're capturing about our customers, we can improve the experience they get, whether it be a sales call, a general query when they phone up, a customer service issue, whoever they speak to within our organisation, they will have the same experience and it will be a good experience. But the real key to this is to evolve. Over time, your business will change, your customers' needs will change. So the strategy needs to evolve in line with those changes to make sure that you're meeting your customers' requirements. Your sales, marketing, customer service processes internally need to evolve to make sure that you're most effectively equipped to meet those changing needs as well. So my earlier slide was CRM is a business strategy, not a technology. Technology is what enables your customer relationship management strategy. So now, here comes the sales pitch. How can Sage enable customer relationship management within your business? Before I get onto actual products, I'm just going to touch on some of the key issues that are faced by businesses. And I realise that in some organisations, one person may be responsible for several of these roles and activities, but the issues are often still similar. So I've got the sales team and the sales management. And the sales team are taking a long time to do their forecast. They're probably working in Excel, and trying to get all of their sales information into there and rolling that up. The sales management can't see what the sales pipeline looks like, not getting those forecasts. When they get all of these Excel spreadsheets, they've then got to merge those into one super spreadsheet to get the whole picture. From a management perspective, they want to see how the business is performing, whether it be in a sales perspective, a customer service perspective, how's the marketing team doing. They want to make sure that their employees are productive, that their time's being spent effectively. Under marketing, so I know I've just run a good campaign, the message was great, the stuff we sent out was great, but I don't know how much business was actually generated as a result of that campaign. I'm sure it was really good, but how can I prove that and justify it? If I had more marketing spend next year, then we could do even more and even better stuff. On the service and support, who else has spoken to this customer? When did they speak to them? What did they speak to them about? Every time someone phones in, they've got to start from scratch. It's a very frustrating experience for the customer and the service people alike. And from accounting, they want access to the same customer information as the front office, so the sales, customer service, marketing staff. So when they're chasing payments, they know what's going on. So someone hasn't paid their invoice. I can see that from my finance system. I'm going to chase up that debt. Turns out they haven't paid their invoice because they've got a major customer service issue with the product we sold them. So there's a bigger picture. It's not just there's an invoice, it needs to be paid. There's a reason they haven't paid that. Similarly, I'm a sales guy. I'm about to go and speak to a customer, try and talk to them about a reasonably big deal. Turns out they're on credit hold because they haven't paid invoices for the past 12 months. So why go and waste my time speaking to the customer about a potential sale when actually we've got a credit issue? So I can go in and have a conversation with them about that, or I don't spend my time on the sales opportunity because it's not going to go anywhere at this point. One of the major problems that people have is that information, they've got all of the information that we've touched on already, but where is it? Some of it's in Outlook. I've got contacts in Outlook. I've got notes against them, so I know who people are. But it's in my Outlook. My colleague's got his own Outlook. He's got some extra contacts in his, some duplicate ones as well. But he's got his own, and I can't see those. Perhaps marketing have got their own database of information, and that's what they're using. I've got remote users. So are they on a remote database? Are they just using Excel and Outlook remotely? I've then got, that should come back in a second, I've got my finance team. They're probably using a completely separate system, so they've got this useful information about who's on credit stop, what invoices haven't been paid, etc. I've got verbal handoffs. I've got conversations that are taking place, but no one's recording the fact that that conversation's been had, that the promises that were made in that conversation, so other people don't know about that. I've got the sales team. Once again, are they using their own Outlook, Excel spreadsheets? Have they got a sales database? All this information is in separate places. Then there's other factors taking place, happening as well. It leads to confusion because no one's getting a full picture. So this is where a CRM system can pull all that information together so that all of the interactions that everyone's having are now central in one location. Everyone's got visibility of those. A customer service user can see the previous conversations that have taken place. A customer service user can see that there's a potential sale in the sales pipeline, so if we can get this issue resolved, we've got a good chance of winning that business. The salesperson can see there's a customer service issue outstanding, so before they rush in and say, buy, say, we realise you've got an outstanding issue, we're doing everything we can to try and resolve that, and it's a different conversation, but the customer realises you understand what's happening with us as your customer. So, what systems have we got? We've got 3 different systems, Act, Sage CRM, and Sales Logics. We've then got multiple variations within them, so I'm not going to go through absolutely everything. But we've got Act, first of all, which is the number 1 contact and customer management choice worldwide. Designed for professionals who rely on profitable relationships. It's easy to use and helps you perform everyday tasks easily and efficiently. And it's a very powerful way to grow your business. So within Act, you can see who all of your contacts are. You can manage your calendar and appointments. You can manage your sales opportunities, look at them from a pipeline perspective, see what it's worth, and help progress those through, hopefully, to a one sale at the end of the day. We've then got a product called Sage CRM. And Sage CRM is a highly flexible solution, enabling us to configure the system so that it specifically meets our business requirements. So Sage CRM out of the box is very functional. It gives you options across sales, marketing, customer service, as well as customer and account management. It can be easily integrated into third-party applications. So we integrate it into Sage 50, into Sage 200, into Sage 1000, into X3, into many of our other global accounting products as well, and the different Sage operating companies. It also integrates with other applications. So we've got lots of customers who've got bespoke databases that manage the shipping. Avis Car Rental have got a car booking system. They use Sage CRM to do the customer service issues that come in around that. But those two databases talk to each other. Although I said Avis there, we've got customers on Sage CRM from 2 or 3 users up to 1,500 users on there. It's a very scalable and flexible system. We've also got very specialized versions of Sage CRM. So one of our business partners has built Sage CRM for local government. So I don't think the system looks anything like Sage CRM as I would know it anymore. It's a local government solution managing time and expenses. We've got Sage CRM from a services industry perspective. So we've got companies like Mighty going in, working on a job, and they're just on handheld devices. Right, I've cleaned that, I've fixed that, and they're using a handheld device, but actually behind the scenes, that's all feeding back into Sage CRM, which is then giving us that full picture of our customer and our service and the service that we're providing. Sage CRM is also available as a hosted solution. So on sagecrm.com, then you don't have to put in the server infrastructure to manage this. You can actually just run it from the web. So you can sign up, you pay per user per month, gives you access to the functionality, still with the configuration capabilities, adding new fields, changing screens, etc. But it's all hosted by Sage and the costs all rolled up within there. There's also a 30-day free trial on sagecrm.com, which is a great way of having a look at the system and just getting a feel for what it can do. We've also got SalesLogix. SalesLogix, once again, very customizable, very configurable. SalesLogix has got its own full development environment. So people who really need to do clever things with their CRM system, SalesLogix really gives you the tools and capabilities of doing that. Once again, that gives you functionality all the way across your sales, marketing, and customer service, as well as your general account management as well. But we've got lots of people using it for things like project management, event management, by using the flexibility and capabilities of the system to build in extra functionality as well. SalesLogix is also available as a hosted solution, so there's SalesLogix Cloud. And once again, it is possible to sign up for a 30-day free trial of SalesLogix using the cloud as well. And across Act, Sage CRM, and SalesLogix, they're all available in some format on your mobile device. So in terms of Act, you can get all of your contact information and your calendar tasks and appointments visible on your mobile device wherever you are, telling you who you should be talking to, what you should be talking to them about. Sage CRM and SalesLogix actually have full-blown applications on the mobile device. So whether you're on an iPhone, an iPad, an Android device, a BlackBerry, you can actually go into CRM on those devices, see your accounts, your contacts, the opportunities you're working on, the customer service issues. You can view those records, you can edit them, you can create new records while you're out and about. So if you've got field-based users, then it enables them to access the system and also update the system as soon as possible, making sure that the information back in the main database is always up to date and is always giving you the current picture. So if you'd like to see anything to do with Act, Sage CRM, or SalesLogix, then come and see us in the Customer Dome, which is down in that corner there. And there's plenty of us around to talk to you in a bit more detail. So if anyone's got any questions, then please shout out. I haven't got any through on the iPad console. Okay. I'll be hanging around for the next 10 or 15 minutes, so if you want to come up and ask me any questions, then feel free as well. Otherwise, thank you very much for your time, and enjoy the rest of your day.